Hello everyone, have a great day. Who kidnapped Ly Tu Diep? What new challenges is CEO James facing? A new spring has begun. After rushing back to their daily work, people in Tu Diep and James's hometown have been enjoying a 2-week-long festival, bringing entertainment and joy at the beginning of the year. CEO James sits at home, deep in thought about how to help treat Tu Diep's mother. She needs surgery for the best chance of recovery. As a businessman, James has the ability to support those in difficult circumstances, but he doesn't want them to feel indebted to him. He asks Tun to sign a debt agreement so that Tun would be motivated to work harder. James's father has accepted his relationship with Tu Diep. During his time with her, James has deeply experienced the hard work of real farmers. He never wants to be away from her, always wanting to witness her working every day. In the evenings, he encourages Tu Diep to read and study business. She is intelligent, learning quickly and remembering everything she reads. The moments they share are unforgettable. To James, meeting her is his greatest fortune. He dreams of their wedding, but he still doesn't know if Tu Diep is ready to be his wife. He wants her to understand that respect and willingness are essential in true love. Snapping out of his thoughts, James realizes he needs to do something for Tu Diep. He leaves his house and heads to her farm. It's still early, and today, he doesn't want her to be busy with work as usual. He wants to take her out for the day. There are many games and activities at the festival. James and everyone dance together, meet friends, and for a moment, they forget all their worries and immerse themselves in the celebration. For Tu Diep, this is her first time at the festival. It has always been her dream to attend, but her unhappy marriage had buried her youth. Now, she feels like she is reliving the youth she lost. A bright smile remains on her face, and James stays by her side, feeling overjoyed to see her so happy. But they don't realize that someone has been following them the entire time, Tu Diep's ex-husband. He first spotted her when he arrived at the festival and saw her holding hands with CEO James. The sight made him burn with jealousy. He doesn't want to see his ex-wife happy. When he sobers up, regret fills him. He realizes he has lost her forever. After the festival, James returns to Tu Diep's farm and leaves her home late at night. As soon as James departs, her ex-husband arrives. His rough words and aggressive actions leave Tu Diep no time to react. She rushes back to her house, overwhelmed by shock and fear, and faints. The next morning, James visits her home early but finds no sign of her. A terrible feeling grips him. Something bad has happened to Tu Diep. He panics and calls out her name everywhere. He searches the fields where she usually harvests vegetables, but there's no trace of her. Desperate, he calls the police for help. Tu Diep regains consciousness in a daze. Her head throbs, but she soon realizes where she is, her ex-husband's house. She desperately pounds on the locked door, trying to escape. Her ex-husband appears at the window, demanding that she return to him as his wife, promising that he has changed. Tu Diep pleads with him to let her go, insisting that their relationship is over. There is no future for them, and she begs him to accept it before making an irreversible mistake. Their confrontation is interrupted when James and the police arrive. The authorities order him to release her and ensure he receives a well-deserved punishment. His stubbornness and ignorance not only cost him his wife but James holds Tu Diep in his arms as she faints from exhaustion. For the next few days, he takes leave from work to care for her completely. What do you think about the story of Tu Diep and James? Leave a comment.